back in the day when I was first coming to terms with my gayness and going into shops, going into WH Smith and seeing like Attitude and Gay Times.
Yes.
And thinking, let me just take that and just sneak it under my duvet and have a little read. I suppose it is like that. Yeah. It's that fear of, well, what happens if someone sees this? Because it literally does that at you, innit?
And it's crazy that a lot of these things like aren't sorted. Things like watching an Instagram live or reading, or reading Attitude. I remember when I was 14, our main broadcast over here, RTE, did what they called a queer weekend of programming. And it was like Some Like It Hot and like a live drag show from a club in Dublin. And like all the stuff that was like the fact that they had to do a weekend and like it was very edgy at the time. And I remember like locking myself in my room at 14 thinking that it was really bold and really bad that I was watching it. That was my first time seeing like drag. I was just, it was crazy. But it's crazy as well though, the fear and like the anxiety that put me through in case like somebody walked in and caught me watching, I don't know, like a gay sitcom, they'll know, so it's
true.
Yeah.
It's true. Isn't it? It's like when you actually think back, I think my parents bought me a DAB digital radio. Yeah. And I remember there was like a Fun Kids channel and there was BBC like comedy or whatever else. And then I remember scrolling through and there was like Gaydio. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
But it was just the idea of like, well, if I accidentally leave this on, like, what does this mean? Like, does this literally out me to my parents? Yeah, it's crazy thinking back. Yeah.
It is trying to cover the trail. And I think, Ben, earlier you kind of were asking a question about, it's complicated because also when you're living with people, you want to feel comfortable. And also you want to feel, especially when it's your parents, you kind of want to feel grateful because I'm sure even if they're not understanding who you are, your sexuality or your gender presentation, maybe they're understanding other things about you or they're cooking for you or all those things, that you were kind of saying earlier. And I do think something that was really important for me growing up, I was furious at my parents for so long because they were homophobic. I was so angry. I was so shit about them behind their back. And what I failed to see is that, sure, that was really hard. And I was like very upset and angry and very hurt. But what I didn't realize until years later after I left was like they were like human beings and that they were really bad with my sexuality and my gender presentation, but they were on other accounts really incredible parents.